So, you got a competition today. Well, what are you going to eat? It's Jay, Concrete CrossFitter here. I'm going to take you through what I'm going to eat for my competition today. I'm doing the 2025 semifinals for the age group online qualifier. And I'm just going to take you through what I eat. One of my favorite staples to eat just about every day is ground lamb from Aldi. I love it. I eat it about every day. I'm going to grab a knife. I'm going to cut up. I'm going to get about a third of this, which is going to be about 30 grams, 25 or so, 28 grams. And I'm going to let that sit with my lid, wherever it is. And my spatula. I got all my stuff on the other side of it, it looks like. But that's just going to go right here. And that's going to cook. Some of the other things I'm going to use some organic Italian bread, which I really like. I shouldn't eat this probably too much. I usually use sourdough, but this is what I'm eating today. That's kind of a treat. I've also got basmati rice, delicious, and I got that at Costco as well. I got a big bag of that. I got some free-range eggs that we're going to be eating. Nice brown eggs, I think. Yeah, nice little brown eggs. And I have a few of them in here. And I got those at Nature's Pantry. And then I'll use a little bit of this coconut oil that I also got at Costco. And this Irish butter that I got at Aldi. Now, other thing I use some salt, some pepper. I got a couple other things here. The salt I use is, I don't know why I'm using it, but it's called Baja Gold. I've heard it's the best. I bought this huge amount. It cost me like $150, which is too high. But I bought this from somewhere in California. It's supposed to be really good salt. Now, while that's getting warm and going, there's a lot of different ideas on, what you should eat. Period. Right? We've got all kinds of different diets. We've got carnivore. We've got low carb. We've got the old Atkins diet when I was growing up, which is kind of like carnivore. Then we got the standard American diet, which is just upside down, probably. And so it's hard for me to really know what I should be doing. So I guess there's a bunch of science behind different things, but I've never really been told the science of how to eat with, certainty in my mind, or I felt it was really the right thing. But I'm just going to give you my experience from what I eat for my competition days. I'll have some ground lamb, usually some kind of meat. Today it's ground lamb. And probably about 30 grams is what I try to get of that. And then I'll also have I'll put about 2 or 3 eggs in it, probably 3, because I want to get about 50 grams of protein is what I'm shooting for. They say you can't digest a whole lot more than that at one time. So I want to get a good dose of protein, and then I want to get some carbs. I seem to do really well with basmati rice. It seems to burn clean for me. I've heard some things about rice that people aren't excited about, but I've been pleased with the way I feel when I eat my rice before my competitions. And like I said, I'm going to have the bread here. It's just kind of because I like it, kind of a snack. Maybe put a little more peanut butter on, a little bit of peanut butter on there, give me a little bit more protein. Peanut butter is not the greatest. Seed oils aren't the greatest, but that's kind of just one of those things that I do. And then this is not sea salt, it's actually the Baja Gold. So, while this is cooking, it doesn't take long to cook this, honestly. I'm trying to hydrate. I drink, I've made my own electrolyte mix, which I'll probably share with you at some point. But I take things that I take for like supplements. For me, it's I take a little bit of creatine, a little bit of glutamine, and electrolytes. So I hope I'm not breaking any rules. I don't think I will. So, you get that looking pretty good. I usually throw that in this white bowl I like. And then the next thing I'll probably do is I'll toast this bread. One piece of bread. I'll put some of this Irish butter on it. Man, that's good. I don't know if you've ever had it from Aldi. It's a little pricey, but oh my goodness. Is it good? I kind of go heavy on the butter. I know fat's important for us. It's like a healer. It helps heal us. Recovery. Good for hormones, I guess. I've been told. So, I go with a lot of butter. I'll let that cook next, and then we'll hit it with, we'll get our eggs going. Because they get cold quicker than the meat does. But today I'm gonna do 25 point. I think it's 25.2. It's the one with the row and the shoulders to overhead. That's the one I'm gonna be doing next. I've got kind of a strategy. I think I can row about 4.5 minutes every time on the row. It's 75 calories. And then I want to try to do the shoulders to overhead. We've got 95 pounds, 105 pounds, and 185 pounds. We got, and it's 21, 15, 9 of those, each one of those weight groups. And so I'm going to try to do the first one in about a minute, the first 21. And then I'm going to try to do the 135 in a couple minutes. And then I want to try to get the 185 in 3 minutes. You got to do 9 of those. So that's going to be tough. So my thinking is if I can do it in that time frame, I can make the time cap, 20 minutes. But if I do better than that, I get excited or the row feels good and I can maybe row a 4:20 pace. Everything under 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That's 15 minutes of rowing. If you held a 5-minute pace, I can do better than that, I think. And then that gives you 5 minutes left to finish the overhead stuff. So if 1 minute for the first 21, which is light, and then you did 2 minutes on the 135 weight, which is 15 of them, and then you did 3 minutes on the 185, which is 9 of them. That's real close to. That's the time cap. 15, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes is 5 minutes. That's a 20-minute time cap. So I'm kind of thinking that's kind of where I'm coming from on it. So I'll put my bread here. I'll grab a little bit of this coconut oil. They said coconut oil is really good for you, and it's not a seed oil. It's actually from the pulp of the coconut, I guess. And so I like to use it. I'll turn that down a little bit. And I'm going to do a couple eggs because I'm going to have a little peanut butter, which will probably round out my protein, my 50 grams. Eggs are good for the brain. Cholesterol is good for you. They told us for years it was bad for us, and they were wrong, and they knew they were wrong, but they don't care about you. So get some cholesterol in your diet. It's good for your brain, actually good for your heart. It actually protects your heart from some of the issues that can come up. As you're probably going to tell, I'm kind of anti. I've just learned a lot. Things aren't like you think they are. That's super nice. We're making some progress here towards breakfast. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some rice in here. And we're going to put a little more of this just to keep it from sticking. And we're going to put in about, probably a good cup of rice. Real close, maybe 3/4 cup. It's a lot of calories there. But we want some fuel. We want to get it. We want to be able to really crush it. So we're going to warm that rice up. We're going to let that warm up. Take a little bit more water. I'm kind of excited about this workout today. It's a little scary because it's got the rowing in it. I like ginger powder on a lot of my stuff. They say ginger is a really good, I think it's good for your immune system, I believe. But I like ginger. It's pretty tasty. So I got a nice concoction going here so far. And I'm going to take my Baja Gold. It's kind of clumpy. I don't know why. I think it gets some moisture in it. So I have to do that to make it work. But there's that. I can put some of this up now. Eggs and butter. And I'm going to grab a little bit of peanut butter and put it on here because I got some organic peanut butter that I like. Try not to eat too much though, because I've heard some mixed things on peanut butter. It's kind of like one of those vices I like, but I can't hardly give up. And then I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon on this. I usually put honey, but I woke up and I'm not feeling great today. I'm not feeling great. I got some kind of sore throat thing going on. Like I haven't been sick in like 2 years. And then we started the CrossFit Open and I'm sick. It's like, really? Is this the way it works? But the thing is, I've got some buddies, some good friends. You know, you should always be grateful. Try to think of how good you got it. I got some buddies one buddy in particular that hurt his shoulder literally this past Sunday, and can't compete. And he's outstanding. He's beat me all year. I don't want to say his name. He probably wouldn't want me to, but I can't believe he worked so hard and hurt himself literally the week of the event. So, you know what? I'm a little sick today, but hey, I'm still competing. I'll get through it. I'll do the best I can and, overcome some adversity. That's part of it, right? I'm sure I think of Froning a lot because I have a lot of respect for him in lots of ways. And I just, him and Frazier and Tia, we see them win these competitions on a regular basis, or we saw that. And the truth of the matter is, there were probably several of those events and several of those competitions, the games that they went to, that they were not at their best. They were sick. They were tired. There was something going on. Yet they were still that good that they could pull it off. I mean, that's the reality of it. They probably didn't do too many of the events and things at 100%. They just probably didn't. They never said nothing. They just overcame it. So I think that's, to me, that's something that, even though they never talk about that really, I know that's got to be part of what they did because I experienced it. Anyways, I woke up with a sore throat and runny nose last night. I was feeling sick and I'm thinking, why me? But, like I said, I got some buddies that, another guy's got some arthritis kicking up under his thumbs, and these guys kicked my butt this year in some competitions. They were outstanding. I mean, I've been, training to try to get better so I can compete with these guys, and then they get hurt, and it's I just know how much it hurts them. So anyways, we do the best we can. Honestly, this is all for fun, right? This is supposed to be fun. I'm going to throw this rice in here, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like, what I'm going to be eating on here in just a minute. Now I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to eat again at about 12. I know that sounds like overkill, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat this delicious meal, and I'm going to keep drinking my water. And then that's what we're going to use to fuel us. Honestly, I'll probably have another meal before I go and do my competition. I'm going to do it about 2. I want to eat and be pretty full at about noon. And then by the time the competition comes around, I'll give you some other things that I do nutritionally to help me, like just before the competition. So I'm going to eat this up, give it a shot. Good, so good. Good for you. We're probably looking at 1,000 calories here. Probably 50 grams of protein. And probably maybe 120 grams of carbohydrate. So a good portion. This is a good portion. A lot of times I'll put an avocado in there for some fats. But I got some of this, I had quite a bit of the coconut oil. So avocados are excellent, I hear. So, hey, this is what I'm eating for my competition. Maybe you can add this into yours. Put some things in the comments. Let me know what you do. Tell me, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. I'm always listening to learn, and I hope to see you at the podium.